baboons cannot move in groups larger than 44 because they have to see their leader. If they can't see their leader, it's like someone yanked the plug out of the socket. They're just like this. They don't know what to do. So that means that baboon society cannot organize itself in groups larger than 44 because they can't move around that much. They're limited by the mobility, the physical mobility of their leader. Humans are like that to some extent, which is there's what they call the alpha male, you know, the leader of the pack. But what happens in human society is the spirit of the alpha male can be symbolized. Let's say the crown of the king. Let's say the cross, the symbol of Christ. To the extent that the symbol can be separated from the substance which gave it rise, humans find that they can organize themselves around the symbol. They can, and their behavior therefore can become much more complicated. If all of us don't have to do the same thing, if all of us don't have to go out and get water and find food and stuff, to the extent we can organize ourselves around a symbol, some of us can go get the water, some of us can go get the food, and if we agree on the meaning of the symbol, we put the water and we put the food under the cross, and the priest says, "Bless you, my child." Now, our society has begun to complicate itself by the specification of tasks which we are capable of by agreement on the meaning of a symbol. What I had wanted to do in the Roman show was to show the beginning of that around the cross. When they had a bar mitzvah ahead of me, I said, well, let me do it about gold, which is exactly the same thing. Gold is something which has no internal meaning at all. It has no use. Gold is an illusion agreed upon. In the same way that the cross is a symbol whose meaning is agreed upon. And the agreement upon the meaning of the symbol liberates energy. And the liberation of the individual's energy so that he or she can participate and begin to find his or her identity in the collective is the beginning of society as we understand it. Storytelling is a making available of certain symbols, certain illusions to be agreed upon. I'll tell you something, I love Brad Pitt. I love that Brad Pitt. I would go see Brad Pitt in anything he's in. Brad Pitt is an illusion agreed upon. I tell you, I like surfing movies. I'll even go see Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon in a surfing movie because I like the surf. Now, for a storyteller, that's the place where one can begin to explore how people deploy themselves around, let's say, surfing as an organizing principle, which is an illusion agreed upon. So I'm doing Deadwood. I'm not crazy about Westerns, but I also don't give a shit. You know, I mean, I think that you can tell a story about anything if you show a decent respect for getting its details right. So I spent a lot of time studying, you know, reading all the original documents, and I went and lived in Deadwood for, you know, on and on and on. Now, this a whole world began to exfoliate from that. So, and I have found, you know, for an artist to see a world begin to generate itself seemingly autonomous from one's own imperfections. That's good. You dream about that. You dream about being able to get involved in some such thing once, or if you're lucky twice, you know. And I've been privileged to be involved with several of those things. But Deadwood, it was a fully kind of complicated world. All different kinds of stories, all different kinds of people, all resting transparently in the spirit which gave them rise, which was this illusion about the meaning of this inanimate object, which in fact began to sink its roots deeper and deeper, so that what one realizes is the purely material, even as an illusion agreed upon, if it stays at that level, there's an awful lot of crimes that have been committed in the name of the cross. Tremendous number of crimes committed in the pursuit of gold. So that symbol must itself rest transparently in the spirit which gives it rise, or it itself becomes corrupt. And that's the fundamental, the overarching theme of the series. That, you know, be careful what you wish for. You know, you keep looking for gold, you might find it. And if you find it and you do not realize that you are a creature of God, you're going to start committing some horrible, horrible crimes. You can start anywhere, and you will invariably, unless you're lying to yourself, get to that theme. All roads get to that, unless you cut the story off somehow. So here's what cuts the story off. Some jerk. Now, I don't want to, this is going to be on television. Let's see. For a series of complicated reasons, having nothing to do with the series itself, the series is canceled. Arbitrarily, no notice, no given a chance, you know, to get it shaped for the finish, nothing. So, but the good news is, we love you, Dave. You have a gift. You. The show, let's not even, why waste time lingering on it? Nice, it was good, we liked it a lot. You. Now, what that is an appeal to my vanity, to separate myself from the spirit which gave me rise. It's an invitation to go to hell. And the only price that I will have to pay is every person who is participating in that series will feel betrayed. I was a heroin addict for 30 years. Certainly that was a good chance to explore the resources of consolation of narcotics again. 500 people immediately employed who weren't actors, out of work, like that. Well, we love you, Dave. And carte blanche. Anything you want to do, anything you want to do. We got a little hiccup here. We got to tighten the fiscal reins for just a little while, but you start again with. So I said, well, what exactly is, how would you like to do a series about surfing? I said, look at me. I mean, I'm the guy, right? I hate water, I hate sand, I hate swimming.